the instructor folder. That's the first step that you need to do. Go to the instructor folder. When you go there, you're going to go to S number 4, semester 4-2, spring estimating and project management. Are you guys there? Everybody's there? Click on it. You're going to go, the lab or the project is going to be the 224, ECDM 224, electrical estimating and management lab. Click on that. We're going to go to the projects. Click on projects. And when you go to the projects, we have 3 projects we're going to be working on, Karen. We're going to go to the residential now. Click on the residential. And you will see EE-01 residential-S. Everybody can see this file? Everybody can see this file? Yep. So do me a favor. Right-click on it. Copy it, because that's going to be yours. And go back to your team folder. Copy it. Go all the way back to your team folder. Here's my team folder. Actually, I thought my team folder was 5. Team folder, go to the estimating, go to the electrical estimating desk, go to projects, and under residential, can you guys see that? Under residential, right click and paste that baby for your friend chat. You must do this one, guys, before we even start. Give me a thumbs up when we're done. What I did, this Excel sheet, guys, is developed based on the book that you have for the most part. It's a little bit awkward, so get used to it a little bit, will you? Because remember, we're going to only use it for 2 weeks, Adam, and after that, what are we going to do? You're going to switch to Revit and Acubit and McCormick, and you're going to wish you never used it. So, okay, so you're going to handle it. What I like about it, Karen, is it helps you understand the science of estimating, because it shows you the connection, okay? So do me a favor, will you? Go double-click on that baby and open it, your own. Now remember, you have to open yours, otherwise you're not going to be able to save. If you open mine, you are not going to be able to save it, which is not a big deal because you can save as. Okay, when you go there, go all the way to the end of, can you guys click on that little bind here? It takes you all the way to the end. Takeoff number 1. That's your takeoff number 1. Okay, you should go all the way to takeoff number 1. Everybody's there? Thumbs up, Chad. Cool. Okay. Now this, Derek, I see your, if you click on that little bind here, guys, so you get the little bind here, will shift you. In Excel, there are tabs. Like in CAD and Revit, remember? Revit, does it have tabs? Yeah. CAD. Revit doesn't have tabs, it has the other things. Like in CAD, guys, there are tabs. Yeah, the tabs are not showing? Yeah, there's a place where I thought I know what you mean. What is it under? Let me go check. Give me a second here. Everybody else has a tab. So could you please follow up with me? And before we do anything, I would like you guys to understand what you have. What you have is an Excel sheet with multiple tabs that are all tied together with math in them. So Karen and Derek, my friend, the first tab that you guys are going to be working on is takeoff 1. If you click on takeoff 2, takeoff 3, and takeoff 4, that's how you're going to be taking off your project, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Now, feel free to modify things. If you modify things substantially, no problem. You are to link them. If you modify things, no problem. I know, Derek, you would like to do things your own way, no problem, but let me know, because then you have to link them. Not a big deal. You can stay with the format, maybe. If you, for example, if you want to add, if I don't like this cook fan, for example, feel free to change it to whatever the fan, the light. So I'm going to start at the top, guys. Here's your fixture. So you are to go to your residential project, you are to count the lighting fixture of every type that you have. So you're going to call them outside wall light. These are samples for you. Attic light, fluorescent lamp, pedal fan. So go to the project, your lighting fixtures, count them, and put the number here. Now, if your names, Adam, don't match what you have here, what do you do? Change the names. Did you guys hear me? Everybody heard me? Now, what happened if I ran out of room, Chad? I ran out of room right here. If you ran out of room, do me a favor. You guys are familiar with Excel. Go to the last button, right click, and insert. and that will insert another button for you. Same thing, click here, right click, and insert. Everybody knows how to insert? Cool? Okay, so that's how you're gonna put all your lights are gonna be right here. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? We understand? Now, when you go to your lights and we take them off, I give you guys colored pencils. The first thing you need to do, and I would like you, I don't care what color you use, but I would like you guys to have 12 colors. You're going to start color 1 through color 12. I'm not going to go over the colors. And you're going to assign a color to a system. For example, all your lights, for lights, assign a color. For receptacles, assign a color. For low voltage, the security system, assign a third color. So for fire alarm, assign a fourth color. At least system by system. Did you guys hear me? System by system. At least system by system. So let's start with the power receptacles, one color. Lighting, another color. Smoke detector, a third color. What else? Security system, fourth color. And then you have more colors. When you have your branch circuits, when you guys have your branch circuits, some of them are going to be, the wiring methods is raw mix here. Everybody understand we're using the wiring method is raw mix? If the circuit is 12-2, use one color. Label it, like draw on it with one color. If the circuit is 14-2, use a different color. So it will tell you that this circuit is 12-2 or 14-2. If you don't know, I hope you remember, ask your friend Chad. I can tell you, most of the circuits are 14-2. If the circuit is 12-3, it would be nice to use the same, like if I were you guys, I would use 12, for number 12, I use one color, for number 14, one color. If it's 12-2, I just put next to it 12-2. If it's 12-3, I put 12-3. Did you guys see that next to that color? So color code your circuits. Color code your circuits. Again, we only have 12 colors, so the most important thing is I would like you guys to do is lighting one color, receptacles one color, security system one color, phone data one color, what else? Fire alarm one color, and then now these are 5 colors. Then go into the branch circuits. The branch circuits, when you do branch circuits, number 14 one color, number 12 one color, number 10 one color, and number 8 one color. And we do have, by the way, we have in this project, we have 14, we have 12, gauge 14, gauge 12, gauge 10, and gauge 8. That's it. The service, when we get into the service, guys, the service doesn't matter, take it as power, but utilize these 12 colors. Am I making sense? When I say utilize them, Adam, I am expecting you guys on the side of that sheet that you have in front of you to basically write the color code that you have on the first sheet. Here's the color code I'm going to be having. If you change your mind later on, feel free. So I need us to align a 12 color to 12 things in your system. Change your mind later on, feel free. Write with pencil so you can erase. Write with pencil so you can erase. We have sharpeners, you have erasers, I hope. You do have some erasers too, so am I clear about the color coding from the get-go? Cool. So takeoff. When we do the takeoff, Adam, the first thing we're going to go is all your lighting system, you're going to go count them and name them. Please name them based on what you call them in, we have a lighting schedule, didn't we? Do we have a lighting schedule? So based on what we call them, guys, Derek, Adam, name your fixtures. Okay, so outside wall light, I have 9 of them. If you have 9, you just type 9. That's all. Can I have thumbs up, Chad, that we fully understand that one? Cool. Okay. Now we'll go, when you're done with your lights, gentlemen, if you need to add. Don't delete, by the way. Like, for example, if you want to organize this, look at this. I can delete this button here. If you want to delete this, you can go ahead and delete it. Typically, I don't delete, but add, you know how to add another row. You don't need columns for the most part. You need rows. Okay. Moving into, after you take off all your lights with the color, now some of you, like Derek, perfectionist, rightfully so, might go there and actually color the fixtures, different color for different fixture. But remember, you only have 12. So use them wisely, the 12 colors that you have, guys. The more color you put in your sheet, the better you would be, because when your manager comes and you make a mistake and they want to review where the mistake is, and the mistake in lighting, and they look at lighting and power and low voltage and everything is the same color, you're going to get a yell. So a lot of contractors, guys, I don't know when they take it by hand. There's a lot of ways of taking it not by hand. Derek, do you remember the color code that you guys use, or you haven't done?
I don't remember offhand. I have it actually at my desk. So.
If you want to bring it and use it, that's fine. But I want you guys to utilize the 12 colors. Utilize them at least based on systems and based on wiring methods. Because
6 colors, 6 or 7 colors.
Yep. So let's utilize the 12. Again, every company has its own standard for the coloring, but I want the color identified in the front, the first page, or any of the pages. Put them anywhere where I can see them. So that's my expectation for them. Okay. When we're done with the lights, Adam, all your lights are done now, right? Check them easy. Then all what you have to do, just name them what the name is. Feel free to edit here and type whatever you want to do here. So it's not a big deal. Feel free to type stuff. It's Excel. You guys are familiar with Excel. It's not scary. Unlike the software that we're going to be jumping on later on, you're going to see editing a fixture is going to be slightly different. This is easy. We're going to move to the switches. For your switches, I have single pole switches. Everybody knows what a single pole switch is, right? I have a three-way switch. Anybody need to define what a three-way switch is? I hope now you know three-way switch. Four-way switch. What happens if you don't have a four-way switch? What do you put next to the four-way switch? Big, don't delete it. What I suggest, guys, if you don't have any of these, what I suggest instead of deleting them, just put 0. Don't delete. Try anything that you don't have and it's on the sheet, other than the fixtures, try to put 0. 0 means it's, I know I looked at it, but I don't have it, but it's 0. Cool. So now we get into the fan switch, if any, dimmer, and then we have the single gang switch, 2 gang boxes. These are your boxes. We have the boxes here. Single gang box, 2 and 3. For example, you're looking at these guys. If you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 switches side by side, when you design them, this is a 5-gang switch, a 5-gang box with a 5-gang cover. So when you pick it up as a box, you're going to pick it as, all what you have to do is just look at them and say, are they in a single gang box? Put 1 next to them. Are they in 2-gang box? Add 1. So add box and switches. Unfortunately, guys, the assemblies in Excel sheet, you have to build them. In a real project, Adam, in an estimating software, you know what happened? When you pick a 3-way switch, Karen, or a single pole switch, the system will pick, every time you pick a switch, it will pick a switch, a cover, and a box with it. Now that's Accubit and McCormick. Excel sheet, when you guys pick a switch, you're going to, in the back of your mind, say, okay, have I accounted for the box? Have I accounted for the cover? So here we're going to account for the boxes. Now, what happens if you have more in this area? What do? Very easy. Right click right here, please. Right click, insert. And what do? You add the other thing that you have. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? We know kind of a little bit what we're going to be doing for these. What happens if I don't have a dimmer and I need to use this slot for the dimmers? Just go there and type it, and it becomes something different. But I would suggest keeping them, and if you want to add others, just insert a line and add it. Any question, guys? And then the numbers right here, right? All the counts are right in here. Comments, questions, gentlemen? Make sense? Let's jump into the receptacle. So we're going to start, then we're going to go there, now switches. Now what happens if you have a single pole switch that used for the garbage disposal? Gentlemen, it's a single pole switch. It's going to count here, even though it's not with light, but it's single pole switch. What happens if you're confused if it's single pole or 3-pole? Ask your friend Chad. Say, Chad, I'm confused if this, please ask me before you start. Say, Chad, I'm confused. Is this circuit 14.2 or 14.3 or 12.2 or 12.3? We do have the hashes on them, remember that? They will tell you the 2 and the 3. I can tell you, gentlemen, most of the circuits that we're using in this dwelling are Romex 14.2, except certain circuits typically in the kitchen. If you're in doubt, please ask me. And you look at the schedule. Derek, remember the schedule. If the circuit is a 20 amp circuit, that will be 1. 12. If the circuit is 15 amp circuit, that will be 1. 14. So please look at the schedules, and you guys have the schedules. Okay, so here's my again. Go to the receptacles. Now receptacles are grouped up, so I would like you guys to pay a little bit of attention with me, please. I want you to coordinate this one slightly different. There is especially the receptacles. I would like you to So follow with me, and I would like you to delete a few things. Okay, weatherproof GFCI receptacle. Tamper resistant as well. These will be also tamper. Everything is tamper resistant. So leave this one. Instead of garage GFCI, just delete the garage and keep it GFCI. Okay? And then delete GFCI, delete the GFCI protected right underneath it. Um, Convenient, delete the bathroom and protected and kitchen and basement and all these, delete all these. I don't want it. So here's what, did you guys see what I did? What I'm interested in is the following. I would like to know if it's weatherproof GFCI. It's an outside, it has a cover with it, Adam. I want to know if it's GFCI. It doesn't matter where it is if it's GFCI. And I would like to, and again, delete the garage door opener too. Delete the garage door opener. I would like to keep 3, really, and I would like to keep 3, and like this. I would like to keep the weatherproof GFCI, GFCI, and convenience. Convenience is what? Convenience is a non-GFCI. Can I have thumbs up, chat? That's it. That's all your receptacles. Now, you might have, we might have other thing, multi-out assembly. If we have multi-out assembly, you can drag this one and bring it up here, guys. Now remember, I don't want to do that one because I screw up the system. I guess you can. And you can multi-out assembly. Here you go. You guys know how to drag a system and make it, and then if you screw up you know how to make the table, right? Everybody knows how to make the borders right here. If the border is gone, you can get your borders whatever shape or you want your borders to be. So I need you, Derek, my friend, GFCI weatherproof. That's because it has a cover, and I want you guys to have GFCI, all GFCI, and convenient, anything that's non-GFCI, Adam, and multi-out assembly. Now, what happens if you have a 20 amp? All your receptacles are going to be 15 amp, guys. The assumption is they're all 15 amp receptacles, unless they tell you otherwise. Okay, so these are my receptacles. Now, what happens if you have other receptacles that's 40 and 50 amps? Either you put them here, or we have another place for them later on, for the 40 amp receptacle for the range. Low voltage outlet, TV outlet, telephone outlet, and chimes and thermostat. You can split these guys, chimes and thermostat, T-stat, cut it please, and go put it right at the bottom. So because you're going to have, and delete this one. So how many chimes I have? Look what I did. I have TV outlet, telephone, chime. Now Adam, I'm still missing what? Insert, all the low voltage stuff, the security system. Right? I don't have any security system. So do me a favor, expand this. Can you guys see what I'm expanding it? Expand it. And add what you need here under the low voltage system. For example, glass break, right? For example, door break, door contacts. What else? Motion detector. All these stuff, guys, that we took in the low voltage, add them in the low voltage system. Can I have thumbs up, chat? That we can do. You can organize them, add them. Remember, whatever you want to add, go ahead and add these, and then I'll help you load them at the end. Okay? Now, if you end up with a screwy system like this, no problem. Do you guys know how to use the borders? Come over here, get rid of all the borders. It looks something like this. Not rocket science, but you come over here again and border it. There's so many ways of thick borders. Here's my border. See? I can adjust my border. When you guys print them, here's another, I need a border here. You can put your border here. Don't worry about the borders, but at the end when you print, make sure the borders are nice. It looks nice when you print for your friend chat. Gentlemen, can I have a thumbs up? This is where you're going to take off all your receptacles and switches and low voltage outlets and lights. Different colors, please. Different colors, different systems. Cool? Is that hard? Doable? Assign a color from the get-go, guys, and start using it. And I would like to see the color in every sheet. Any comments about takeoff number 1? Adam, does it make sense, takeoff number 1? So the numbers that I have here for you, gentlemen, the numbers that I have here for you, this is FYI only. Make sure you guys count your own numbers just to make sure the math works. Okay, so make sure you, when you're done, when you put your numbers, delete the not my numbers. Don't use them. May I move to takeoff number 2? Okay, takeoff number 2. When you go to takeoff number 2, guys, TV wire, the length. Now this is feet, Adam. So how many feet of TV wire? This is coaxial cable you have. So when you measure, oh, I forgot to give you. That's going to be asking too much. I forgot to give you the scales. Now, counting is easy. When you measure, guys, you either use a wheel, which we will be using next project with the software. I don't have wheels for you, unfortunately. I do have one software, or you're going to use the scales. The scales, what's the scale? What's the scale on that one? Is it 1/4? Okay, 1/4. So, gentlemen, I hope you know how to use the scale. You're designers. So, here's my scale 1/4. So, you're going to use the scale 1/4 right in here. So here's yours. Let me grab that one. And Adam, here's your scale. Each one of you guys have a scale. I'm making sure I'm giving you the right one. There you go. And all should see architectural scale, not engineering. You know when there's an architectural scale, here's your architectural scale. Okay, now again, remember, you're not going to finish everything today, guys, but that's as you move on. You need your scale. Write yourself a note, will you? Write yourself a note. As you start measuring distances, please move with right angles. Please move with right angles for this project. Get you into the conduits layout. So as you move from point A to point B in your system, as you move from point A, here's one point A and a bunch of others. If I want to move like this, shall we? And then at the end, here's my panel right here. Here's my panel. I'm going to go right all the way to the panel. That's how I would like you guys to move. I know when we did the spaghetti. So if I were you, and I actually would like you guys to draw I know we draw them a loop. Look where the panel is located and how we're going to circuit it properly. So if they were looped like this before, this is how we did them, right? And we did a home run like this. I would like you guys to go, this was, let's just say 40 and 2, okay? So this was 1, 2, 3, right? Like this, and this is circuit number 1, panel dash 1. Something similar to this, receptacle. So you guys going to measure the distances. If you have a wall, you must move through the wall. That's a rule. So from here, going all the way through this area, I'll move right through the wall. Not in this building, but in the commercial residential building, all through the wall. Now what happens if I want to go from this area to this area? Can I go through the walls? Of course not. So what do you do? Go up, over, and down. Every time you go up, over, and down. The height of these buildings, write yourself, it's 10 feet. The height of these residential project is, you have to write it down, guys, 10 feet. This is a 10-foot building. So when we mount our receptacle, 10-foot ceiling. We're going to use for the calculation a 10-foot ceiling. Okay? A 10-foot ceiling, when you go up, you remember you mount it at 12 inches, a foot, count as mounting at 1 foot. When you go up, then you will go up how much? 9 feet. Now that's where if it's less than 10, it'll give you a little bit of extra. So let's, for the sake of the calculation, guys, make sure the height is 10. So when you go up, you go 9 feet. When you go down again to a receptacle, you go 9 feet. If you go up to a switch, make sure the switch is what, 4 feet? When you go up, you go 6 feet. When you go down to a switch, you go 6 feet. The switches are higher at 4 feet, roughly. Does that make sense? And move in the right angle. So that's, and please draw this. I would like you guys to draw this for me. Draw them. Now this will be, say, Adam, if you decide to use red, this will be a color red for this circuit, for this, for number 14. If it was number 12, this is number 14. If it was number 12, that might mean blue, the color blue for it. So this circuit is 14. So you redraw, get into redraw how the electricians are going to wire it. That's how you become a good project manager, guys. What we did here is design some and you're going to see, Matt, as you redraw stuff, you're going to start looking at yourself and say, oh my God, what a fool. Why did I circuit it this way? I could have came from a different way, okay? Can I just get you to understand? So what did we say? We said 10 foot drop down 6 to the receptacles, to the receptacle 9, 6 to the switches. When you drop down to the panel, when you come back down to the panel, here's the panel. Drop down, there's also 6 to the panel. Why 6 to the panel? Allow the cable to go down for termination. So also drop down 6 to the panel. 6, as you drop into the panel, drop down 6 feet. 6 to the panel, 6 to the switches. Let's just do it. 6 panels, 6 switches, and for receptacles, we're going to drop what? 9. Am I making sense as we move? I would like you guys to redraw things. I would not accept it unless it's redrawn in right angles, please.
So if it's going from like a receptacle to a panel, then you just go from
Straight.
1 foot up to 6,
Yeah, from a receptacle directly to a panel. Yeah.
or up
So
to 6, I guess.
going from here, you're going 9 feet over. How much? I don't know. You measure that, and then down 6 feet. Done.
All the way up every time.
Well, unless you can reach it through the wall. Can you reach the panel through the wall?
I mean, it
Is it-
depends
is-
which one you're going from.
It depends where you are. Like if one is closer to the panel, see, look at this. If I want to bring this receptacle to the panel, I have two options: going all the way up, or come cross, down, over. I will go this way. So choose the closest if you're in the same wall. Yeah, absolutely. So in this case, you're going. I would come from here, maybe around 4 feet, just 4 feet, as you go up. So for termination, come from the receptacle, crossing up 4 feet to go into the panel from the bottom. I like it. Now you guys start to think like electricians. What's the best appropriate way of bringing that circuit? It's exactly what the intention of this class. Okay. Now we started with a TV, telephone wire, fire alarm, thermostat, doorbell. These are low voltage special system. Now, Adam, I have security system wire. What are you guys going to do? You're going to add the security system. At the bottom, add security system and see the wire that we use. What is it, 16.2 or 16.4? And if I were you guys, yeah, put the gauge here, will you? Like
Smoke detectors and stuff to that one.
smoke.
For low voltage.
Now, fire alarm. Now remember, for this system, the fire alarm system that we used, do you guys remember it was a high voltage? So we used 14.3. So I wouldn't put it here. For a fire alarm, for this fire alarm, you might not put it. You put 0 for it here because we're not using a fire alarm cable. You put the 14.3 somewhere else, especially for the fire alarm, because the fire alarm that we use in this project, it was not a fire alarm cable. It was a 14.3. Okay? Just leave it there and put 0. Okay, feel free to add. Then you go into 3. Now 3, here's where your cables. Remember your cables. Here's my 14.2, 14.3, 12.2, 12.3, 10.3. How about 10.2? I don't have 10.2. Okay, no problem, Chad. Here's 10.2. So what you're going to do right in here, gentlemen, and you're going to come here. I'm missing 10.2 right here. And I'm going to right click, insert. Oh, by the way, how do you insert? Let me tell you, insert. Look what happened. When what did I do here? Back. Okay. Now look at the Adam. What I would do, I would copy this cell, copy, and put it right in here. Look how easy that is. And then modify it. You guys know how to modify. Come over here and modify it. That will make this 12.2. Gentlemen, I got myself an amp cable 10.2. Copy. Take advantage of copy and paste, guys. Copy and paste. Insert, copy, paste. Insert, copy, paste. Here's a UF cable. This will cover, Adam, all your branch circuits. This is for all your branch circuit. If you need another cable that's not here, what do? You start working, you add it. So, but identify it so we can link it. Okay. Takeoff 3. I would like you guys to take off 4 to, don't touch it. Okay, don't deal with 4. I'm sorry, 4. Don't worry about this one. These are the home runs. They're taking the home runs different. So do me a favor. Come over here to the home runs here. We might delete them and put it all red. Just red it. You know how to make it red? Make it red. Just leave it. Why? Because these are the home runs. I mean, if you want to take the home runs separate, I think for the Excel sheet it will be easier to take the home runs with that branch circuit. For example, the way this is supposed to go is, let me start with these receptacles, guys. I go from here to here, to here, to here. That will be on this sheet. The last one from here all the way to the panel will be on a different sheet. And there's a reason why they do it this way. Because home runs, guys, are different than between receptacles. In a commercial project, you might have between these receptacles a 3/4 inch. And then coming to a junction box. From the junction box, the home run to the panel will be 3/4 inch. This is 1/2 inch. This will be 3/4 inch. So the home run in a real commercial project will be different in the size of the conduit and the number of conductor inside it than between the receptacles and the lights. So for the time being, do me a favor. Can you ignore that one for this particular project? We'll do it in other projects. If you're emotional, Derek, and you want to use it, no problem.
I was going to ask, because
Yeah.
the way that I'm doing everything right now is actually feels similar to this, so at work. So
Shall you do it? Please do.
Yeah, I might just do it.
Love it.
That's the
Then,
way that
I love it. Then what you need to do is make sure you put all your circuits here. Now there's a lot
I'll do
of,
the whole note for that, but for the other ones, you can label it like receptacle whatever to this, and then do like.
receptacle to this, and that's fine with me. Where do you want to put them? But you have to,
I'll show you how it is.
Okay.
But it's pretty straightforward.
that's fine. Great. Anyway, so for the rest of you guys, if you want to put the home runs with the brand circuits right here, based on the size, great. What I would like you guys to do is color code these. So these will be these, I would like you guys to have a color code for these, for this, and for this. And what is 14? UF number 12, the same color like the number 14, except when you put the home run next to it, guys, it's going to be something similar to this, right? So you're going to get 14, either 14.2 or 14.3. The color will be red. So I know it's a 14, but it could be if I write next to it 14.2, which you should write next to it 14.2, it will be red 14.2 or red 14.3. So I know it's what type of cable as you draw that one. In doubt, what you're going to ask your friend, we already have the hashes there. The challenge becomes, guys, when we do the commercial project, because we didn't do spaghetti. So we're going to resize them. I'll walk you through this one. Okay? I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to don't worry about what happens after. So that's what you guys are going to spend the time, basically, here. Then what happened next, and is you will take all this stuff, tie it to the bill of material, and bill of materials that assign a box and basically a cover and switch for it. Bill of material 3, bill of material 4. All these are bill of material. They call it bill of material. Here's a number 14. This is where they add, Derek, the home runs into the actual. Everything is connected. I want to take you, guys, look at, for example, if you look at this number here, takeoff. This is coming from takeoff 3D3. Can you guys see that? These are, anybody have done linking 2 tabs in Revit, in the Excel? Very easy. Linking 2 tabs. So if you guys look at this one, it says this number is coming from takeoff 3D3. So let's go to takeoff 3D3. Takeoff 3, gentlemen, D3 is this number. Can you guys see that? So it carries information from the cell before. That's why when you guys do the takeoff, I have to check if it's carried properly. We just will do the check if it's carried properly. But you don't have to monkey around. You can go ahead and check it too if it's carried properly. For example, all your 14.3 here. What happened to the 12.2 and 10.2 and 10? They're not. Add them here. If you want to add them here too. So then we add a price. Look at this. And again, I'll walk you guys through this one as we move. This is assigning for example, the round fixtures. We're assigning a cost for these of this amount, 9 times this extension. These are for boxes. Labor, we're only assigning a labor, 0.1 for labor, and this is the extension for the labor. So this is my labor extension. This is my cost extension. And again, I want you to do the takeoff and focus on the takeoff now, shall we? And then we'll go through this one. But just to give you an idea what happened next, same thing, it carries it and assign NMC out cost is assigned to it and the labor is assigned to it. And you keep going, guys, through the sheet. And again, I will be walking you guys through, just focus now in the takeoff. And here's the second, the third one. Here's your meter. Look at this. Now, some of you will be asking guys about the meter, main panel, and all the stuff. That happens right here. So we need to assign the service panel. This right here When you reach the service, let me talk to you guys because we're going to be doing it right in here. The service, no fill, where am I here? Okay, no fill. So we're gonna be putting the service right here. Then it carries it over into the total bid. It assigns a labor to it and profit and what's not. Again, I will walk you guys through this just to give you an idea where what it does with this information. Then it takes it into a proposal. I have $2,000 right now so far. All this is carried. Look at this. This is coming from bidding K13. So this number is actually carried from bidding K13, which is this number. Bidding K13 is K13 was 3, did they say?
On the total bid price.
Total bid price, right here. That number here, can you guys see 2165.49 is carried right in here. And how do you, some of you, you guys don't know how to link two tabs together. Very easy. Look how easy. If I want to link, I'm going to delete this one. Just wait for me, guys. But I want to link this cell to somewhere else. Just type equal, okay? And go to, I'm going to go all the way to takeoff number 1, okay? Pick one that you want to link it to. Pick anything that has a number in it. Shall I pick it to that single pole switches here? Okay, so click on it, right? And hit enter. Now, do you see what happened? It carried the number 100 all the way into that cell. That's how you link two tabs. If you click on it, guys, it says, hey, this is a math coming from takeoff 1, B18. That's how you link two tabs together. Okay, you don't want it? Hit what? Delete. Like everything else, you delete it. Everything in red here is math. So do not mess with it. Don't put numbers here. Can you guys see that? Before you delete something, click on it. If it shows math here, be aware that if you were to delete it, you have to reestablish that math. Same thing as pricing and laboring. Look at this. All this is red. The red stuff here, you are not to mess with it. That's if you to mess with it, you need to reestablish the math. For example, if you take this number, 36, well, let's pick one that has something in it. Single gang switch. I have 100 of them carried from the bill of material. Can you guys see that? Each one of them is going to cost me 0.97. Don't look at the numbers. The price might be off. We're not interested too much in the price. We're interested in the process. Feel free to go update your price and all this good stuff. Adam, E stands for each one of them. And so you take this number, multiply it by 100. This is what you get, right? That's for this. Then this, the labor. The labor is 0.1 hour. Labors are always given in hours, not seconds. If it's minutes, you have to divide it by 60 to get you a decimal. 0.1 hour each, E for each. So you take 0.1, multiply it by 100. That will get you 10 hours. If it says E each, if it says C, it's 100. If it say M, anybody? 1,000, per 1,000. E for per 100, per each. C per 1,000, per 100, and M per 1,000. That happens a lot on the price of cables. It becomes in 1,000. Where did my price? These are all each. Anyway, so there will be maybe the one after pricing and laboring. Okay, so what I would like you guys to do for the time being is let's focus on the takeoff first. And then let's focus on the takeoff. That's basically what I would like you to spend most of the time. Let's do the takeoff. Go fill this information. Write it down, please. Put it into the information. Takeoff 1, takeoff 2, and takeoff 3. Ignore everything else for the time being. How do we eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Let's just focus on the takeoff. And then the rest, guys, as we move through this week and next week, we'll hammer it. Takeoff, Adam, is 80% of what you need to do for this project. Takeoff. So sheet 1, 2, 3, and 4, if you want to use it, these are literally 80% of that project. That's it. The 20% is you and I will sit together, and we massage them a little bit and add a few things. Cool? So expectation today, guys, and as we move tomorrow, well, we have 2 weeks to finish this one. So by Friday, I want the takeoff by Friday completely done. Just at least the takeoff by Friday. Everything takeoff. If you're done with it, we can hit linking. There's some takeoff I didn't talk about, like the services and all the stuff. We talk either individually or together, how to take off the service and what's not. There's a place where you put it. And then we link them, and that's it. That's what this sheet is all about. But I showed you the big picture, showed you where to focus on 1, 2, 3, and 4 if you want 4. And please, color. I would not accept if it's not colored, guys. Please color, use it 12 colors, color the systems, color the receptacles, color the stuff, any color you want. Start with the color and stick with it. You may change your mind, erase later on, and do it. Remember, this is project 1, guys. The whatever color you're going to do, Derek, this time, if it works good for you, guess what? We're going to do it for the commercial, and we're going to do it for the industrial. So think about it. We have 3 projects. Color coding that you do it right now, I don't see why we can't use it across with some modification. Okay, that's all we have for you. Any question? Yes, Derek?
I was just gonna ask, just for the fixtures and stuff like that. Would it be alright if I went through and just modified it kind of the way that I set it up? Just, because usually like if you basically just go to the specification and just find like the fixtures, like ABC, and I just drop those all in there, and I go to the next set, drop those all in there for each different system.
Um, don't make it too complicated.
I'm not, no,
Yeah.
I mean, it's easier for me.
You know
to
what?
just- Yeah.
If you stay within the format,
Yeah.
it'll be nice. Put it this way. But this is one way of doing business. By any means, there's so many ways, and I don't want you to go hung up, and then at the end we can't be finished because Chad,
I'm not gonna overcome.
I know you're doing it. Yeah, go ahead and do what you need to do, knowing that whatever you do in one sheet need to be linked and adjusted in the other sheets.
Yeah.
Okay? Just know that.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. Any comments, gentlemen? Any questions, ladies? So go ahead and guys start. Adam, is this enough to get you up and running? Okay, so thank you.